Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living in the heart of Las Cruces. On a beautiful fall morning. Yay! I'm Sarah Benson. This is my husband, Doug, and we're going to start you off with a couple of songs. I invite you to stand if you'd like. All right.
Yes, I am here to love. Yes, I am here to serve. Yes, I am here to be the love of God. Yes, I am here to love. Yes, I am here to serve. Yes, I am here to be the love of God. My God, and I know forevermore that I am loved. Yes, I know forevermore that I am loved. Yes, I am here to learn. Yes, I am here to live. Yes, I am here to be the love of God. Yes, I am here to learn. Yes, I am here to live. Yes, I am here to be the love of God, my God. And I know forevermore that I am loved. Yes, I know forevermore that I am loved. Yes, I am here to love. Yes, I am here to serve. Yes, I am here to be the love of God. My God, of God, my God, of God, my God. Pour yourself in me, pour yourself into my heart. Oh, 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 wonderful Spirit. Pour yourself in me, pour yourself into my heart. Oh, 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 wonderful Spirit.
Pour your love
in me. Pour your love into my heart. Oh, 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 wonderful Spirit.
Pour your
love in me. Pour your love into my heart. Oh, 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 wonderful Spirit.
Sing your joy
in me. Sing your joy into my heart. Oh, 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 wonderful Spirit.
Sing your joy
in me. Sing your joy into my heart. Oh, 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 wonderful Spirit.
Shine your light
in me. Shine your light into my heart. Oh, 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 wonderful Spirit.
Shine your light
in me. Shine your
so
light
bright into my
heart. Oh, 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 wonderful Spirit. Oh, 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 wonderful Spirit.
just can't help but dance when it's Ricky and our musical talent loves here, right? Yay.
Thank you.
Shining and being and present. Thank you all for joining us today. You can hear me, right? Because I can pull up the teacher voice or the mother voice, whichever you prefer. So this is our welcome. My name is Teresa Valenzuela. I'm a practitioner, and I'm here to welcome each and every one of you and to thank our musicians and our IT guru and everyone that has made this morning possible. Welcome to the center. If you're here for the first time, I'm looking around the room. I'm not sure. I remember things that other people don't remember. But our vision here is a world and loving partnership for the good of all. And if you are here for the first time, there's a packet of information at either exit and a nice little gift bag. And there's a copy of the Science of Mind magazine in there. And also, drum roll please, a coupon for 10% off at our wonderful bookstore and gift shop, Wisdom Through the Pages, but I digress. And also, if you'd like to receive our email, there's an email newsletter list you can add your name to, and in big bold letters, Reverend Bonnie reminds us to be sure to read the newsletter. So just receiving it in the email doesn't really help too much. You need to read it. So this is a big super reminder that next month in October, right around the corner, our potluck will be the third Sunday, and we will also have a town hall meeting. Every month since we started the town hall meetings, they have been important. But for those of you that have been here for a while, you may know that we are in transition. Many changes are occurring, and one is Reverend Bonnie will be stepping back a bit in her role as minister, and she wants your input. We want your input, all of us together, right, as a community. So the town hall meeting will have information, and also Judy, that is in our office, that has been my saving grace for the last 3 years, will also be leaving at the end of December. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the center. I think change is good. We can't stop the flow, right, Doug? I mean, you can try, but you may not be happy with what ends up being. So please come and have some good food and be a part of your community. And also in the town hall meeting, there's going to be an update on the grant for upgrading our front facade. And we will need a building improvement team of folks. So if you're interested, let Bonnie, Reverend Bonnie, Carrie Porter, or Doug Bailey. Carrie, you want to raise your hand, Doug? Thank you. Pardon me? Doug Benson. Oh, and Doug? Oh, it says Doug Bailey here. So is it Doug Bailey or Doug Benson? Doug Benson. Oh, well, I think I will let someone know who does these announcements. I'm good at letting people know. Also, Reverend Bonnie is putting together her annual report to Home Office, and along with that report, she needs 5 people who are interested in being voting delegates at our next CSL conference in February. You don't have to, actually this year in February, it's going to be virtual. It's not, there's nowhere to go except on your technology. 2 more delegates are needed. I've been a delegate for the last 3 years. Your vote is very important, and your voice is heard at CSL Home Office. So please see Reverend Bonnie if you're interested. Change seems to be in the air. It is fall equinox, by the way. Our home office is undergoing lots of changes, and several centers, including ours, are preparing for change. To learn more about our larger organization, join the Monday morning meeting at 10 a.m. through Zoom. If your connection calls, I believe it's just once a month, but if you need more information, see me after, and I can get that Zoom information to you. Save the dates, October 5th. Aha! Pride on the Plaza. I thought they'd all be filled up by the time I came back, but there's still some open slots. So we will be preparing on the 5th to take items here to the plaza. I was trained yesterday on how to do that virtually. They have training now. And then the parade is from 4 to 5. I need your help, and we have some people signed up, but more would be much appreciated. And I'm not going to say that I will have flown in from Spain on October 4th, the day before, and we'll still be here October 5th in the morning to get this ready. So no guilt. And the sign-up sheet will be in the hallway. Treasure sale, October 26th. You can come bring your things in today. Right, Kayan? Yeah, the door will be open to receive all your goodies. So thank you, all of you that start a month early to get all of that. I see many of you that have been a part of that. And then November 16th, art, bake, and craft sale. Let Deb know what you're contributing. There she is right there. Yeah, we had fun last year. Yeah, it was great fun to be here with everybody on that Saturday. So thank you, Deb, for taking that over. Our artist in residence as more than one, but anyway. So you know I'm Teresa, and I believe wholeheartedly, and I have experienced and manifested great things in my life through the power of prayer, which we call spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer. There are prayer cards, prayer request cards in the seat backs. Please share with the community that gathers on Tuesday afternoons, the New Thought ministers, practitioners, and from El Paso as well. Unity joins us now from El Paso. And everyone gets together and prays with you to see that shift that you would like to see in your life. And also there's gratitude cards in the chair backs. Not only will we pray with you so that our own life changes, right? We are one. But we also want to see what's manifesting in your life. This has been a week of manifestation in my life. And some of it has been just sit down and be quiet and breathe. And that manifests peace within me. So it can be that simple. And in addition, after service, if you need a prayer treatment afterwards, there'll be a couple of practitioners here to help guide you with that and bless our own lives. And now it is time, I believe, for song, silence, and prayer. Thank you.
I'm held in love, I'm held in peace. God is holding me. With every breath, with every step, God is holding me. 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 I'm held in love, I'm held in peace. God is holding me. With every breath, with every step, God is holding me. 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 God is holding me.
as I ground myself in that absoluteness of gratitude, of flow, of love, of joy, of compassion, I feel that ever-changing rhythm, not only of the seasons, but of my own life. And though change at times is difficult and bumpy and chaotic and scary, it is also joyful and exciting and new. Possibilities, infinite possibilities. When we stay open to that truth, ever changing, ever receiving, and ever giving. And I breathe into this moment as one, as we, as us, that we are all channels for that change, that we all have the opportunity to learn and to be more and more of who we came to be on this planet. And just giving great thanks for this beautiful building that brings us together, but knowing that throughout the week we are one, regardless of where our physicality is, regardless of the frazzleness or the upsetness that we may feel in our heart. We can stop and breathe and let go and settle in back again to that truth. Blessings to each one of you here in this room, on Zoom, and those that will be hearing and listening throughout the week and the month and the years on YouTube. I release, I let go, allowing life to unfold and to evolve. And I'm glad to be right smack in the middle of that change. As I invite all of us to say together, and so it is. Today's reading is from this month's Science of Mind. Mary Davis is the writer of the daily guided reflections. And on September 10th, this is what she shared with us. Embrace a gratitude practice. Stormy or sunny days, glorious or lonely nights, I maintain an attitude of gratitude. If I insist on being pessimistic, there's always tomorrow. Today, I am blessed. Maya Angelou, letter to my daughter. The next quote. Praise and thanksgiving are really attitudes of recognition. They are affirmations of the divine presence, the divine abundance, and the divine givingness. Ernest Holmes, from 365 Science of Mind, page 479. And here's Mary Davis's wisdom. Whether we are on calm or stormy seas, a dedicated gratitude practice is a shining star in our spiritual journey. When practiced daily, gratitude redirects our focus from what is going wrong to what is going right. It trains our hearts and minds to notice abundance instead of lack. It awakens our souls to the divine source of the countless gifts in our lives. Our gratitude practice reminds us of the magnificent blessings that surround us in the small moments of each day. Solid research reveals the extensive benefits of gratitude for our minds, bodies, and souls. Repeated studies make a clear connection between the daily practice of gratitude and the happiness, optimism, health, confidence, and enthusiasm we feel in our lives. A gratitude practice is linked to better sleep, a greater sense of wakefulness during the day, and an overall improvement in mental health. For the time it takes to count our blessings, there is a real-life return on our investment. This is what I suggest to try. Write down 3 to 5 things you are grateful for each day. It's that simple. Allow your intuition and your heart to guide you. In seasons of grief and challenge, when gratitude feels far away, noticing one small beautiful thing can be a star in your dark night. Like the little sprout making its way through a crack in the sidewalk, gratitude can plant new seeds of hope. Begin today by noticing what is good, loving, and kind. Recognize the beauty, the blessings, and the gifts, and give thanks. Her affirmation: the more grateful I am, the more beauty I see. And so it is.
So it is. Well, our speaker, Judy Hunt, asked us to do Peace Like a River, so that's what we're going to do. And please sing along. This is such a good song when everybody sings. I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain, I've got joy like a fountain, I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. Oh, I've got joy like a fountain, I've got joy like a fountain, I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got love like an ocean, I've got love like an ocean, I've got love like an ocean in my soul. Oh, I've got love like an ocean, I've got love like an ocean, I've got love like an ocean in my soul. Well, I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river in my soul.
Yes, I was not going to sing into the microphone. Anyway, so I get to introduce our speaker, Judy Hunt. I love you, Judy. She's been a New Thought since the 80s, but started to really focus in after she retired. She took classes with Reverend Bonnie when she was serving at Wellspring, and then here at CSL after Reverend Bonnie became the community spiritual leader here in this building. Judy became a practitioner 2.5 years ago, largely through, is it 3 now? 3 years in August. Largely through her love of learning more and deepening her understanding of the practical application of the principles. Now she teaches classes, has a nurturing personal practice, and enjoys how her life is expanding with ease and love. She will tell you she is delighted she found her calling in her 70s, and I will say I went to her as a practitioner, and my relationship with my sister dramatically changed. So I thank you for using your wisdom and your love to help heal my heart. Judy Hunt.
Thank you. Thank you, Carrie.
Well, isn't that a great song? You know, I requested it because we sang it this month sometime. It's all a blur. Can everyone hear me? And it just stayed in my head beautifully. And what better thing when I'm really feeling kind of annoyed or, and then just this peace is a river in my soul comes because my brain is good like that. So wonderful. So what an interesting time this has been. It always is to prepare to do this for you. You mean a lot to me. And hello on Zoom to all my beloveds and to all my others on YouTube that will join later. And of course. So I had all this stuff written down, beautiful, beautiful prose. And I'm just sitting quietly this morning after I was reading some Thomas Troward and just being still and because the morning was so cool and splendid. My goodness, the windows open, the quail are out there yakking to each other. And I got a whole new take on the whole darn thing. So I'll put this stuff in front of me, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So this will be brand new, fresh for all of us, which is really very bold. It feels to me. Well, thank you. And then Bill sits down behind me and says, "This better be good. My time is precious." So I'll do my best. Thank you very much. And Bill, you nailed it. So what I saw this morning was where my topic comes from goes back months and months and months. And it was actually my topic the last time I spoke. And I didn't really know it. And so what happened was I have a guy in the morning called Panache Desai. And I really like a lot of what he says, and I find him inspiring and helpful. And one morning he said, "Your life is unfolding in divine order, whether you like it or not." And I think the only reason I could hear it is because he said, "Whether you like it or not." Because I bet 1,000 teachings that I've covered have said, your life is unfolding in divine order. And I'm like, what? Yeah, let's just look at that in detail. And I don't get it. But he said, whether I like it or not. And that gave me the freedom to roll it around. And I rolled it around. And a lot of you will testify because I would just kind of shyly trot it out in a conversation like, what do you think? I mean, how offensive is that to you? That's how it landed for me. Like, don't tell me this is divine order. And there's a real attitude that is normal to me in that, don't tell me. But I knew there was truth, and it stayed with me, and it just percolated through everything until when I started to write this talk, I thought, I've got nothing to say. Every single thing that passes my mind or heart that is of a spiritual nature is saying the same thing. I get the 365 days of Ernest Holmes in my email, all of it unfolding in divine order. Today, particularly, all the speakers here, and I want to do a shout out to Dorian Mason. He was recently speaking, and he showed me it doesn't matter what order this comes out in. It's all going to work out. I am a unique individual sharing my unique perspective, and you are unique individuals taking this in your own very personal, unique way. So have a good time and relax. So what was notable was it didn't look like life was unfolding in divine order. It's just like, oh, that's divine order. How do I get to divine order with that thing that just happened. And then I think because I was thinking along these lines, but then I was blessed, Alice Poole gave me and us a phrase that there was a way in life, a time in life where it occurred as the red carpet experience. And I've had words, mine was like I was in the zone. And it's that time when everything falls into place. You're just cruising, it's effortless, it's beautiful. Now, that was easy to see as life unfolding in divine order. That makes sense. And so I really latched onto that because when I have a label that works, it's like this whole phrase that got stuck. And it's like peace in a river got stuck. The good stuff that gets stuck is stuck there for a reason. So this red carpet, what it allowed me was I now focused and noticed like, oh, look, the lights are, I haven't caught a light this whole trip. And like, wow, I've been wanting to hear this song, and there it is on my radio from the very beginning to the that's life unfolding in divine order. This is stuff I can understand. So then, driving along joyous and grateful, and boom, I'm stuck in construction traffic. Now, here's the whole game. Is life still unfolding in divine order? And in my head, I'm saying, oh, this doesn't work for me. I need to be at so-and-so at what's and what's. But now, and so I've just been dumped off the red carpet. But now I can feel it when I'm dumped off the red carpet because suddenly my stomach's churning, my head, I'm unhappy. Like, well, what the heck? I just got all green lights and now this? So this is where the rubber hits the red carpet. I need at that moment to figure out, how is this good? Where is spirit in this? How is this still my red carpet? And it's really not that tricky, and it's simply a matter of choice. And it's like, look out the window and the sky is beautiful, like it almost always is here. I can channel peace as a river, or I am so blessed. There's so much. I can just breathe and relax and let go of that churning thought that this is not okay. And so I'm back on the carpet. And the carpet is where I want to live. It's where I want to live. And it takes a focus. And having that label has made all the difference. So, what was I going to say? So now we're on page 3, probably. Stay there. Yep, okay. And there, yep, got that. So dozens of pivot times every day, opportunities to change your mind. But a friend called while I was writing this, and she had been given what I think we all would consider a bad surprise. She was unexpectedly hospitalized and needed to be there for like 3 days. And she was doing a beautiful job with it. She recognized that she was where she needed to be, getting what she needed to get. So she was doing splendidly. But I was engaged in this conversation about choosing a thought, and I thought of a really radical one. And I think it's very cool. And I'm going to say out front, I am not saying that faced with the situation of being hospitalized, I'm going to be able to pull this out of my back pocket. But at least I've thought about it. So it's just something to consider. I hope I can get there close. So there you are. I've pictured me in the hospital, and I know what my conversations are. I'll never get any rest. No one leaves me alone. Now they've left me alone too long. This is wrong. This is not right. Now, picture that as a way, how healing is that? How am I helping heal? Boy, am I not. I am so in the way. And I pictured, and this has come to me from other people who have used this and really changed their lives with it. And so I said, what if I am here to be a fountain of light and love to these professionals and the people around me? What if I just let go of the brokenness that they want to tell me I am and be a source of light and love right here? Okay, look now how I'm feeling. I'm still in the hospital. I'm taking advice. I'm getting care. But now I have a task. I am not helpless. I am not just a thing in a bed that needs to be worked. I am now a source of love and light. I'm rocking that hospital. And what do you suppose my experience in that hospital is going to be if I'm sending light and love to these poor, beleaguered, tired, overworked individuals that are trying to help me? I'm going to have a red carpet in the hospital. Now that just gives me goosebumps. The possibility of that is just spectacular. It means that most any time we can reach for a different story and get a different result. So then I'm having fun with this, and I talk with my brother because I do that a lot because I love him so much. And there he is. He's a doctor in it's more science and stuff, different from me. And he has just been in a conversation of neuroplasticity. So here are scientists looking at the brain, and they can actually show you that when you think this thought, this part lights up, and they're showing it to you, like there's the light inside someone's brain, or they make it look like a light. And with this other thought, a different part of the brain is activated. So so Dan and I were talking, and we said like a groove. And so I'm picturing those neural patterns as a groove. So I've been busy much of my life building grooves of life is hard and this isn't working. And, just look at the results I'm going to get with that focus. I'm going to get more of all that. And you could tell from my other talks, I've spent my time in it. So, but I can choose in the moment a groove of like breathing, being grateful, peace is a river. I can light up that other neural path and cruise out of this groove and build me a groove in looking for the good. And the beauty of this is that you don't need to believe in God or think spiritually. You just, you don't like this stuff you're in the habit of thinking. You change your thinking, change your life. I mean, it's not like that's fresh news to us. Ernest was all about that. But I have heard that 1,000 times, and it's finally landing that if I'm in the groove of looking for the good, my life now, I'm present to the fact that it is unfolding in divine order. So right there, that brings me back into contact with the spirit in me, which is how I want to approach things, from the spirit in me. So that's very cool. And, Bonnie had a great part in her talk last week where she's doing a jigsaw puzzle because this month's theme is pieces into peace, which I think is great because here are pieces of our life that we can choose to switch out of what you don't want into the piece you do. And she said, when you're doing a jigsaw puzzle, do you pick up one piece that's green and yellow with a black spot and say, this is an ugly piece and could not possibly belong to this puzzle? If you toss that puzzle piece out, the whole project is screwed. So it's just such a good graphic for why would we be rejecting any piece? Given that we are immersed in the belief that it's all God out there, it's all God in here, it's all God everywhere. So if we're really living that, we have to find the good in it. But it also rewards you with all the peace and joy and gratitude that you'd ever want. So it's not a bad deal. That was that. See, pages just flopping by. So we have such an advantage in this area because we've already trained ourselves to be mindful. So paying attention to, what's that thought? Geez, suddenly I feel kind of sick. What's going on? And that we have the information to say, oh, well, nothing has happened really out there in the world that should cause this. No, but I'm back in a groove that says, oh, that is so awful. And I don't have to be in that groove. I can go to another groove and find the good in what just happened, find maybe the love I didn't see, or just be quiet and breathe. Sometimes that's the easiest thing to do. So, because we can choose to stay and roll in feeling bad, or we can choose a different story. It's really not tricky. And I was inspired by the September Mary Davis messages have been just awesome. And she wrote about sending a blessing. And this is a new one on my list for lifting myself. And it's because of the way she explained it. I often send a blessing when I'm passing an accident in traffic. But I've got to say, it feels incomplete. It doesn't feel like I did anything. So here's what she wrote. Imagine beautiful light extending from your heart to theirs, lightening their load, lifting their burdens, providing strength, healing, and peace. Every time you bless someone, you send them a beam of love. Now, that's powerful. And then she quoted an Irish poet and author, John O'Donohue, saying, when you bless another, you first gather yourself. You reach below your surface mind and personality, down to the deeper source within you, namely your soul. Now, after giving a blessing from that place, I feel better. I believe that I have moved good energy into the world. It's a wonderful practice that I didn't have clear, so I wanted to share that with you. Now, I've used mostly minor examples for changing our mind, except maybe the hospital. But I had a really good example in my life of what landed for me as a huge deal. Most of you know I came to this beautiful place of Las Cruces due to a business I was in. And after over 25 years, it was time to sell the business. And, normally, I think most people would see that as good news, but how it landed for me was that the source of my finances that I had relied on for over 25 years was now going to stop. And yes, it was going to land as a chunk. But what happened in my mind was, oh my God, it's going to be my responsibility suddenly, all mine, and I'm going to screw it up, and I'm going to mismanage, and I will be helpless and broke. And I was packed to the gills with only that. So here's a tip, because there are things in life that trigger huge responses that it takes a little more to step out. I called my minister, who was Reverend Sam at the time, glorious, glorious man. And there I am, like, just in sheer panic. And he just looks at me and says, Judy, has Spirit ever let you down? Instantly, I was like, oh, where have I been? What's happening? It gives me goosebumps again. It's like, okay, I can breathe, I can think, I'll live through this. And so I want to say that because there are times when you may need to reach out to help get out of that. And I just want to mention, if you're choosing a friend, choose them carefully, not someone who's going to jump in the soup and roll with you and say, ain't it awful? That one, that's a certain friend and that's okay, but that's not what you need right then. So I recommend your minister, a practitioner, someone who you can trust to see the real you, who's inside going down the toilet. So and then there are times when you can't reach out, maybe, and there isn't someone nearby. I've learned a beautiful one from being with Reverend Bonnie, and I think this came from Lillian Pilot. But so it's the thing that maybe you could plant now so that you have it is more will be revealed. Simply knowing that you do not have the perspective. You do not right now, you're not thinking. There's nothing working right now. So more will be revealed. So that, I really like that. It is the beginning of perspective. So another day, Mary Davis had this great thing to say about spiritual practice. I have lots of faith. I also have lots of fear. My fears tug at me relentlessly. Real fears, like the illness of a family member and the climate crisis, and not so real ones, like slipping hopelessly behind in the imaginary race to get through the piles on my desk. But on most days, faith wins, not by default, but because each morning I roll out of bed at dawn to lock in practices that I can pull out of my back pocket when overwhelm strikes. And she's talking about creating the habit of faith in the good. And it takes practice and practice, but it's so fun. Now, so I already did that. So, I think I got it all in. It's hard to tell anymore. But you all look good, so I think it's all right. As Ernest Holmes said, it is simple but not easy. But we have all changed habits before. All of us have. We've all had to. We're this old. We've had to. And the way our mind works is often by habit. So we already have the basics down because we're in this teaching. We practice mindfulness, we use affirmations, and more than anything else, we practice deeply knowing that God is all there is, and that loving force is always for us. So that life is unfolding in divine order. So I'll end with a quote from Corrie ten Boom, also from the Science of Mind magazine. This is deep, and I love it. Faith sees the invisible, believes the unbelievable, and receives the impossible. Woohoo! Oh. Thank you very much. And I have a splendid prayer to end with from the Science of Mind magazine. And anyone that would like can surround the room and hold us in this wonderful space. This is the one I need my specs for. I tell you, everywhere I go, this perfect stuff is landing. It's so wonderful. And this is from Sandra Ray, and she's a practitioner like me, but also a certified regenerating images in memory facilitator and awakening coach. And doesn't that really describe finding a new story for a memory? And so she's in my groove. So let's pray. I surrender to trust. Dropping into that space we know as love, dropping down into the heart, we become very aware that the beating of the heart and that the very breath we breathe is the heart and breath of God. In this awareness, we feel the truth that this life, our life, is one life, that there is no separation, only one. In this space of one, I know that there is only good, and that this safe space is where I can let go and surrender into my highest good. This is my choice, to allow the goodness of God to take lead, knowing that it is in this allowance I co-create with Spirit. To embrace the words that it is God's good pleasure to give each of us the kingdom of heaven today, right where we stand, is to embrace the power and the wisdom of all ages. To honor this birthright is to honor the very essence of who we are. I recognize that as an expression of this magnificence, there is nothing that I set out to do that I do alone. That there is evidence that anything I can imagine is but a marginal possibility of what is true of the infinite. As I take steps toward the possibilities found within surrender, I completely trust the opening of my life to all that is good. I surrender also to sharing from the overflow of this good. I know that as I receive, I gain complete joy as I share. I surrender to love. I surrender to God's good expressing through me. I surrender to all of the possibilities that I had only imagined myself to dream about. I surrender to the complete trust, knowing that with Spirit all things are possible. I place these words from a grateful heart into the law, knowing that in the mind of God it is already done. And we say together, and so it is. Thank you. Okay, done. You're going to introduce the song, right?
Yes. I wanted to introduce this song today based on what we just heard in this message. You'll hear in this song as well. It says every moment is precious, but we could also say every circumstance is precious when it's held up to the light. So this is Every Step is Holy by Karen Drucker and Gary Lynn Floyd. Every step is holy, every breath is life, every moment precious when held up to the light. Every heart connected, each the face of God. Grace has shown me, every step is holy. Every step is holy, every breath is life, every moment precious when held up to the light. Every heart connected, each the face of God. Grace has shown me, every step is holy. Holy, holy, everyone, every breath, every step is holy. Every step is holy, every breath is life, every moment precious when held up to the light. Every heart connected, each the face of God. Grace has shown me, every step is holy. Holy, oh, holy, 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 everyone, every breath, every step is holy. 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 Every step is holy.
Thank you. I'm going to take a holy breath right now. So much good this morning. Always. Regardless of the appearance outside of ourselves. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Judy. It's okay. I had my hearing test this week. I understand. I kid you not. Okay. So let me see. Thank you. Yes. Karen Drecker and Ricky Byers. I'm looking at you, Lisa. Those were the people we sang to when I first walked through the door on cassette tapes with Skip in the sound room. Remember that? We had songbooks. Life is different. But so blessed to be here with you. And so now it's time to consider our giving back to this center. If we could have 2 volunteers maybe come up through the middle aisle to pass the plate. This month, the Las Cruces Public Schools Foundation, which is a private nonprofit corporation that exists for the sole purpose of attracting and managing private gifts and project funds to enhance and enrich the educational experiences of the students of the Las Cruces Public Schools. The mission of this foundation is to serve as a private partner with the district to provide both public and private funds to the students and staff in the Las Cruces Public School District. To support and enhance the educational experiences of students, promote innovation in the classroom, increased community involvement in education, and pursue and recognize excellence in teaching and learning. And I will tell you, they provide scholarships each year to classroom teachers. You can apply for scholarships to purchase all of these items, to see all of these, right, in your classroom. Did you ever apply? Yeah. So we are in the trenches. We're in the group of receiving. So thank you. I'm just going to stay seated. I feel like Queen Mary. Queen Teresa. There must have been a Spanish queen by that name. But if you'll join me in blessing our offering here, our tithe. Divine love through me multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, as me, and so it is. Thank you. I forgot 2 announcements. 1, coat drive. You know, in the past years, we've brought coats in and we've hung them out and just left them out for people who need them to come get them. This year, something a little different. Some of you may have seen the red Love Wins barrel. It's back. Love wins every time. And so we're going to collect coats, but instead of hanging them outside, what we're going to do, when the barrel gets filled, we'll take them to Community of Hope, bring the barrel back, and fill it up again. So that was one thing I forgot to mention. And also, Ernest Holmes is actually in the bookstore this morning. So you're welcome to go introduce yourself to him. Yes, he is. I kid you not. Lori, he's there. He's not breathing, but he's there. So those are, never know what's going to happen in that bookstore. Anyway, so we've come to the end of our time together. I am so blessed is what it says here we're going to sing. Is that correct?
We should. Let's do it.
But you're the musical talent, so you get to do what you do best. And if you need prayer, we're here for you. Thank you. If stand as you'd like or can. Will.
Okay, this is a little different, but let's just do I am so blessed, and then we'll go right into Let There Be Peace.
I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed. I am so grateful, I am so blessed. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be, with God as our center, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Grooving and flowing. It's okay. It's okay.